You're listening to the Parents of Hardworking Teens podcast, episode 107. What happens at home and with parent-teen relations when students get their study nailed? I'm Katie Jones, and with over 15 years in education as an award-winning high school teacher, international external examiner, and as a study coach, I've helped thousands of students skyrocket their results and confidence. And this podcast is where I share all my insights, tactics, and tips with you, the parent, so you can help your hardworking teen get happy, smart, and successful in their study, and have you both enjoy the journey along the way. This is the Parents of Hardworking Teens podcast. Hey VIPs, I hope you're doing really well. This episode is so much for you. And well, in fact, about you, rather than being about your teen and their study. It's about the impact that having your teen sorted with their study can have on you as their parent or carer, your home and family, and your relationship. Now, this is not the usual sort of thing that I talk about, but as I recorded last week's episode, all about the outcomes that study success creates and what study success actually is and looks like for your teen, I ended up thinking about the outcomes and changes for the better that parents tell me they have seen and experienced for themselves as well. So I thought I'd share these with you and do it now because, as I mentioned on the last episode, my husband and I have bought a new house and we are going to be moving in 4 days' time of me recording this. You might even be able to hear that I feel like that audio sounds a little bit different because we've already started taking everything down. Everything's getting boxed up. This office is looking empty. And I haven't really mentioned that much about the house move before because I just haven't wanted to jinx it. There have been a few official hoops to be jumped through because it's a deceased estate. And so there have been all things happening with finalizing probate for the vendors. But we got an official settlement date last week. So it has now been house move a go-go ever since. So I'm going to record this episode now, and then I'm also going to plan and record the next couple of episodes after that over the next day or two, because I already actually know what I want to talk about on them, and I want to make sure that you still get your weekly podcast from me. And I'm not hugely confident of a smooth internet setup at the new place. Because, well, these things never really are they? Or they haven't been in my experience. So I'm going to make sure that I have a couple of weeks worth of content ready for you here on the podcast. And then I will be back on with another episode and can tell you how things have gone, how well we survived, and whether actually everything is still in boxes or not. So I would say wish me luck with that, but you know I'm not a big believer in luck when it comes to things that you do have a lot of control over. You can listen back to episode 29 for more on that if you want to. So maybe just wish me luck for a dry day on move day after all of the rain that we have been having here lately. I will totally take that, because I absolutely acknowledge that I do not have control over the weather, as much of a control enthusiast as I am. Though I did choose to move from the UK to Australia, and I literally said today, this is very English weather that we're having, so I guess I had a little bit of control. Anyway, on to other things that you can control, and our focus today, get the benefit of those things. Because today we're going to flip things around a little. Last week we talked about the benefits to your teen when they study more effectively and successfully. But what about the parents and carers? How does all this hard work and their improved study habits impact you? That's exactly what we're going to dive into today. So let's explore the top 5 VIP, very important parent benefits, the benefits that our very important parents tell me that they experience when their teen is hitting their study goals and seeing those symbols of success that we discussed in last week's episode 106. The first VIP benefit is peace of mind. Because one of the biggest things I hear from parents when their teens are studying effectively is that they have peace of mind and they just don't have to worry anymore. When your teen knows exactly what they're doing and how to do it and is using efficient study techniques to get it done, you don't have to be checking in or worrying about the amount of time that they're spending studying, or maybe the amount of time they're spending procrastinating. And you don't have to worry about them staying up way past your or their bedtime, revising for exams or desperately trying to meet tomorrow's deadline. And you don't have as much of that nervous energy on those frantic nights before a big exam. I won't say no nervous energy, but less is definitely doable, because knowing that your teen has the skills to manage their workload, complete tasks, and sit exams confidently and do their exam prep effectively takes a huge load off your mind. VIP benefit number 2 is more quality time together. Because effective study habits, less procrastination, and just smarter, more efficient study means that they have less time spent buried in their books or on their laptop, and there is more time available for activities or time for you to spend together. When your teen knows how to study efficiently, they can complete their tasks faster and with less stress, leaving more room for other things. Maybe that's sitting together as a family for dinner rather than, hey, I'll just eat my dinner at my desk. Or maybe it's weekend outings, or whatever quality time together might mean for you and your teen. I can tell you that me and my family were never going to be having really those beautiful Enid Blyton style days out. It might not be any of those cliche perfect family moments. It might just be watching a good TV series together in the evening, or a hot chocolate at the local coffee shop. I think those sorts of things were probably about as good as my mum could have hoped to get with me as a teenager. I'm a little bit sorry to say, but they're better than me being a stressed out teenager at the dining room table studying all evening. And on that note, the third VIP benefit is reduced stress and conflict, and a more harmonious household. Because let's face it, a stressed teenager can lead to a stressed household, or at least it did when I was the stressed teenager. Because when teens are struggling with their studies, it can create tension and conflict at home. So by equipping your teen with the best study strategies and insider know-how, you are making them a more confident and successful student, helping to reduce their stress levels, which in turn reduces stress for everybody else in the house. I always remember Hannah's mum, Anne, telling me how mornings were less stressful for them because Hannah had her tasks and her study done and printed out. That was a big one, running around trying to print something in the morning when it was due on that day and get it all in her bag. And Hannah wasn't coming to her the night before something was due and asking her mum to read through an assignment or go through the essay to see if it was okay. Because of course that used to have Anne feeling like she wanted to help, but she wasn't really sure herself if that assignment was okay or if the essay was really what the teacher wanted. Which of course would lead to more stress for Hannah, mixed in with maybe a little bit of conflict. So benefit number 3, fewer stress fests about homework or grades, and a more harmonious home environment. Definitely a big benefit for parents of skilled and strategic teens. VIP benefit number 4 is improved communication. When your teen is confident in their study abilities, it often translates to better communication with their teachers and with you. And I find this kind of gets split into 2 categories by parents and carers that I talk with and hear from. So on the one hand, for some of them, their teen is more likely and more able to articulate what they need help with or to discuss their academic goals and their progress. And this open line of communication means that you can support them more effectively and be more involved in their academic journey without feeling like you're constantly nagging for information or micromanaging their study. And then on the other hand, there are parents that tell me how much they just love that their teens can sort out their own stuck points. And they can go and have much more confident and productive conversations with their teachers. So they don't need to go to their parents. They're not going to need to come to you for help or advice as much. I can tell you so many parents actually really like not having to be quite so involved with some of those conversations because it takes away the need to be able to solve every issue. And it therefore, of course, takes away any guilt that might crop up at those times when maybe you can't really help or aren't really sure. And plus, it shows that their teen is becoming more independent and confident. And that brings the feelings of maybe relief, but also maybe some delight and pride and joy as well. Which brings us to VIP benefit number 5, seeing your teen thrive. Perhaps this is the most rewarding benefit of all. It's simply seeing your teen thrive, become successful, develop their confidence, be more independent, having self-belief and pride. And honestly, if you want to see some lovely real-life examples of this straight from the horse's mouths, then I would actually just recommend you go check out some of the case studies on the 10-week Grade Transformation Program information page. I will put the link in the show notes, but you can just go to the Rock Solid Study website and click on program, and you'll be able to see a whole stack of case studies. But in particular, I would take a look at Josh and Tammy, Ellie and Katie, and Beth and Kath for some really nice examples of this. Because you don't need me to tell you that having your teen gain confidence, achieve their academic goals, and grow into independent, capable young adults is incredibly fulfilling. And knowing that you've played a role in helping them develop these skills is a source of pride and joy. And it is a reminder that all of the effort and support that you provide truly makes a difference. And I say those things as a teacher, being able to do those things and have that contribution as a teacher. So I can only imagine that it is tenfold or probably 100-fold as a parent. So I would love to know from you, if you are a parent of a 10WGT grad, drop me an email and let me know what your biggest VIP benefit has been so far. Because you know I always love a celebration email. And if your teen is not in the 10-week Grade Transformation Program, or there are things that they are still working on or maybe struggling with in their study, then A, tell me what VIP benefit you would most love to experience. And B, I would love to have them come join us in the 10-week program. Because when your teen is studying more effectively and more successfully, it is a huge win-win for everybody involved. So if you're interested in learning more about how to help your teen develop these study skills, strategies, and techniques, then check out the 10-week Grade Transformation Program at www.gradetransformation.com/join, or use the direct link in the show notes. And for those looking to take things to the next level, our next level coaching program will be opening early August. So you can get on the waitlist at www.gradetransformation.com/next level. I will include both of those links in the show notes. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this uplifted you as much as it did me in making this episode. Please rate, review, and share the podcast if you have found it helpful. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will be here with you for the next 2 episodes over the next couple of weeks, and then I will hopefully be coming to you from a new pod location after that. Hint, it will likely be from inside the wardrobe for the audio quality while we get the place up together. But I can promise you, I will make it. I will be here. So I'll see you back here soon. Keep your fingers crossed for me for no rain on move day, please. Take care, everyone, and I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye. If you're ready to have your teen achieve their best possible results with less stress, then I want to invite you to enroll them in the 10-week Grade Transformation Program, where they're going to learn the key concepts, skills, and strategies to catapult their performance in assessments and exams. It's risk-free. They either achieve bigger and better results with a whole lot more confidence in 10 weeks, or we refund you in full. Just head over to www.rocksolidstudy.com/program, and I'll see you there.